Do you like to sing along to Sweet Caroline? Or maybe cheer with passionate sports fans? What about history? Is that your thing? Well, maybe Boston, Massachusetts is just your cup of tea. Today, we're going to go through the ins and the outs, the good, the bad, and the ugly of living in Boston, Massachusetts. Hi, I'm Candido Diaz, aka the Candid Mortgage Guy, and welcome to another episode of The Candid Truth, where we bring you all things Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Every day, we help people relocate and assist them into moving into the area. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. In this episode, we're going to give you some of the great things and not so great things about living in Boston, Massachusetts. The first reason people love living here is education. Because let's face it, when people think Boston, they think world-class education. With home to more than 30 different colleges and over 150,000 students, Boston boasts some of the best colleges in all the land, including MIT, Harvard, Berklee School of Music, BU, BC, the list goes on and on. Now, let's go on to reason number 2, why people love living in Boston, Massachusetts. And that one's pretty easy. It's healthcare. Boston is definitely known for having some of the best healthcare, not only in the country, but throughout the world, with hospitals like Brigham and Women's, Mass General, and Boston Children's Hospital. It's no doubt that people like living here because of the world-class healthcare. Reason number 3, why people love living in Boston, Massachusetts, well, that has to do with career opportunities and job growth. Now, obviously, people like living here because of the education and the healthcare, and that leads to greater opportunities in those fields. But Boston is also at the forefront of technology and finance. So with those opportunities, it's great to not only start in Boston with your educational opportunities, but it's great to continue with your actual career and stay right here in Boston, Massachusetts. Reason number 4 why people love living here in Boston is fitness. Yeah, I said fitness. And that's because according to the American Fitness Index, Boston continuously shows up on the list for being one of the most fit cities throughout the country. Now, with more than 2,000 acres of parks throughout the city, it's no wonder why Boston likes to be fit. All right, reason number 4A, I'm just gonna say it. I'm a diehard Boston sports fan, and I think that's a great reason to live in Boston. So if you like the Pats, the C's, the B's, the Sox, the Revs, I mean, what better sports city is there? After all, we are known as being the city of champions so far this century. Now, the last reason why people love living here in Boston is the weather. Now, this may show up later on the cons list, but everybody is different. And Boston does have 4 different seasons, with spring and fall being magnificent, especially going through Boston Common. So if that's your sort of thing, then you probably think that weather belongs here on the pros list. But with every good comes a bad. And now here are the cons and why people may not love living here in Boston, Massachusetts. Now, the first reason why people may not love living in Boston, yeah, it's traffic. And there's really no way around it. Boston is one of the worst cities in the country when it comes to traffic. So you can pretty much bet on spending countless hours in your vehicle. However, the good thing is that Boston does have a pretty good public transportation system. So if you are able to travel that way or just to work from home, we would probably suggest you go ahead and do so. Reason number 2 why people may not love living in Boston, well, it's affordability. And Boston shows up on all the lists when it comes to being one of the most expensive cities to live in. It's a lot more than your average national cost. So it's definitely something to keep in mind if you are considering moving to Boston. While the career opportunities and the job growth may be much better than national average, it's going to cost you more to live here in Boston, Massachusetts. And the last reason why people may not love living in Boston, yeah, I'm going back to it, it's the weather. That's right, the winters here can be long and really harsh. Boston gets about an average of 50 inches of snow. And while you may think, oh, that sounds okay, it's not just an inch here, an inch there. It's like 8 inches today, 7 inches yesterday, you got a foot coming next week. They all tend to come right on top of another. So sometimes that tends to turn people off. And if snow really isn't your thing, then maybe Boston might not be for you. Well, I hope that gave you some insight on the ins and outs, the pros and the cons of living here in Boston, Massachusetts. Again, we help people relocate here every day. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to assist you. And if you like all things Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm Candido Diaz, aka the Candid Mortgage Guy. Thanks for watching this episode of The Candid Truth. We'll see you next time.